Everybody wants to be a leader, but not everybody understands what leadership actually is. Leadership is not just a title, it's not just a promotion or a fancy glass office where you can just chill by yourself every day. Leadership is influence, and influence is responsibility. So you're probably asking yourself, so what is a leader? A leader is someone who supports, guides, and empowers a group towards a common shared goal. So it's a direction, essentially. So yes, it is about direction, but it's not just about that. It's about communication, emotional intelligence, and understanding people. And the truth is, conflict is unavoidable when you're working with people, so it is bound to happen. But as a leader, how you handle conflict reveals how much of a good leader you are. So one of the things we're going to look at today is utilizing power. So the first one that we're going to look at, which is the only one unfortunately, is status. So what is status? Status is a position that you have in an organization. So usually the superiors, which are the managers, the supervisors, the CEOs, and them, usually they have much more experience, knowledge, know how to handle situations better than the people who are employees, who are on the lower end in the organization, who have much less, but it's not always the case. While we're still on the topic of utilizing power, I just thought about this. As a leader, you have power, but what do you do with the power that you have? Power to motivate, power to teach, power to alert people about situations that they weren't aware of, or power to intimidate, or power to make the workplace a horrible place for people to work in. That is for you as a leader to decide. And once you understand power and status, the next step is understanding the people that you're going to deal with. Meeting your organizational family. So I have a book here and I have scenarios, but I'm just going to keep them brief because of time. So we have Stephen, brother Stephen, who is a bully, and brother Stephen is basically someone that gets agitated and aggressive and super rude when things don't go his way. So maybe like the type of people to bang a photocopy machine because they didn't put the clean pages. And then we have Sniper. Sniper is the person that's gonna throw jabs at people and be so shady during meetings. Maybe someone's like, oh, I have an idea and I was thinking, and they're gonna say, come on, like, we have a better idea. Who can't communicate basically. And then we have the drama queen, which is Aunt Madison. Aunt Madison is the gossiper who will turn the employees and the co-workers against each other. And as a leader, you need to understand that these are the people that you're going to meet in the workplace and figure out how you're going to work with them and how you're going to handle conflicts that are going to start because of these types of people. And not all the time that everybody that you work with is going to be a difficult person, but these are the people that you also need to bear in mind that you're going to meet as. So the next thing that you need to think about is how you're going to get your team healthy. For instance, setting expectations. Like, I think it's very important to let your team what you expect of them on a day-to-day basis. Yes, I applied for the job and there's job descriptions there, but sometimes you just get to the office and you genuinely don't know. And sometimes setting an expectation helps so much. Like, for instance, in retail, I find it so much better when my manager and my superiors tell us that this is the target that we need to make instead of just saying make money. Do you understand? Hold them accountable. Like, this is very important to hold people accountable in your workplace so that they know what not to do further whenever they do make mistakes. And the most important one is praising your team members. In as much as you might hold them accountable and give them constructive criticism whenever they're not doing okay, but praise them because it will make them grow their work ethic. And that is all from me about leadership. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of leadership and conflict.